Hey everyone, it's Megan Pugcakes and Percy, and today I am finally doing my giant, awesome Disney World haul from this year. Technically, it's been a month since we went, and all of this stuff has been in bags, just waiting to be shared with you all, so I haven't gotten to put anything away and really enjoy them. But Orlando just sets off some bad asthma for me, so I wasn't well for like 3 weeks after the trip. So that's why this is a little delayed. So what I wanted to do with this video versus my Disneyland haul from last year is, instead of going by category, like putting things, shirts and jewelry, all that together, I'm going to try to do this in order of when I purchased these things. That might not be the most organized way of doing this, but that way I can kind of recap the trip a little bit and sort of remember it with you. So to start off the day, the story of our trip, we arrived at Animal Kingdom Lodge and our first souvenir was actually from Disney. If you're staying at, I think, any of the hotels that are a vacation club hotel, you will get a set of really cool Disney postcards, and they're sketched like original designs, and you can actually mail these. They're technically a set of 3, but I gave one of mine away already, so I think that's a neat little touch. The other thing was something I did to sort of surprise my husband. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, Disney Floral and Gifts. There is a website for that. I will put it somewhere on this screen. And what you can do with this is, if you're staying at a Disney property or you know someone who's staying at a Disney property, you can order them flowers and snacks and balloons and whatever you want, and it'll show up in their room like magic. And so when my husband Sean and I had our honeymoon at the Disneyland Hotel, my mom and dad surprised us with one of these vacation bundles in our room, and I thought that was so much fun. And since this was our first trip together as a couple, I'm like, hey, why not surprise him? And it's an excuse to have some cute stuff in our room. So you see on here, it's got my name and just the information of where I was staying, or where we were staying. So that's really all the information they need, and of course when you're there. And then you can have a little message to your recipient. And then it says on the little card, today you have been given 2 gifts. One gift is the treasure you hold in your hands. The other is the gift of thoughtfulness. Both were meant for you. So on this site, most of the presents, I guess you could call them, are pre-arranged. And they're pricey. So what I decided to do was a create your own option. And I think that, while I can't say for a fact that's cheaper, at least I had control over what's going in it. So there wasn't anything we didn't want. So you get to pick your basket, and I went with this. It's, I mean, pretty good size and very nice quality. And the inside is lined to keep things cold. So I thought we could definitely reuse this for a picnic or a vacation or whatever. Definitely a very reusable item for us. I also did order snacks and things I knew we would both enjoy. There was a cute little Mickey and Minnie balloon attached to this, and I also, because I've been wanting these little guys since we got married, and I was like, why not? Let's get them. So I think they're so cute. I'm leaving that tag on because it's just so cute. So they were sitting with the bundle when we checked into our room. So I would recommend this service. I think it's really fun. Oh, and we got this giant bottle of sparkling grape juice. So I was like, we could toast the trip, and it was really good sparkling grape juice actually. So the next day, our first full day, we went to Animal Kingdom, and the very first souvenir I picked out for myself probably is one of my favorite things from the trip because it's so unique and it's alive. this has got to be the first live thing I've ever taken from Disney. They only, from what I saw, they only carry these at Animal Kingdom and the Animal Kingdom Lodge gift shop. You can see it's a little pot with a palm tree in it, and there were some decorative rocks here. There were several sizes, and so you could get a much bigger version. They had different animals for the pots and different plant choices, but this little palm tree is super low maintenance. Apparently it can survive under just fluorescent lighting, but I loved him. And you might be asking yourself, how do I get this home if I flew to Disney? And we asked that question, and they've got it all figured out because Disney is Disney. And they put him in a little box that's padded all the way around, and it doesn't have a lid, and he just can sit in your carry-on. And that's what I did. I don't put carry-on in the overhead bin. I always just keep it by my feet, and so I knew he was gonna not tip over. But yeah, so this is like kind of like that bit of Florida that I can just keep with me always. Now, one thing you might have noticed if you're a Disney fan is that Disney food merchandise is kind of the on-trend thing right now, like so much. So my husband was like, did I miss something? Is there a reason there's food themed items everywhere? And I was like, no, that's just the thing right now. But I did give in to a few of those trends. I had to get the donut ears. I mean, yes, like everyone was wearing them, but they're so unique. They have frosting on them and beads as the sprinkles, which is really neat. It's a little bit of detail I hadn't seen in people's pictures of these, which is the pack. They actually shaded the donuts. Like, how could I not get these? Super fun and a great addition to any ear headband collection. I mean, come on. I also really, for some reason, needed this. It is a zip-up pouch, and it just opens up. You can see I haven't gotten to use this stuff yet. Okay. It doesn't have a handle. It is super impractical. I don't know what I will do with this, but I really love it. I don't know, it's just so fun and different, and there's the bite out of the Mickey popsicle. Oh look, and there's even like the drips. Look, it's starting to melt. I mean, and I had some gift cards, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get this, and we'll figure out what I'm gonna do with it later. And I did have to get a Disney Dogs picture frame. Sean and I are definitely dog people, and what I particularly like about this frame is it's got Copper right in the front, and my very first dog I had as a kid I named Copper after this Copper. So I thought that was a nice little nod to my first dog. And what's neat about this frame is that it's a magnet and you can use it as a tabletop frame. And we have this wall that is becoming our wall of Disney, and this way Percy can have his photo next to our Disney family photos, because he, you know, he feels bad he doesn't get to come with us on vacation, so this makes him feel a little more included. So, remember when I said Orlando gives me asthma? Yeah, so our second day was our Magic Kingdom day, and I woke up feeling pretty terrible. You don't really want to wake up feeling like there's an elephant sitting on you, but I did. And so we did miss out on the first part of our day, and my husband was very sweet. We had the dining plan, and I was like, could you go bring our breakfast upstairs? And he came back with breakfast, and he brought me a present because I didn't feel good. She is a adorable little Marie bundle, and she has a little Aristocats themed blanket, and she can come out of the blanket. I just haven't snipped that off yet, but she's just this cute little plush. Oh, and this is one I've been wanting too, so he picked the perfect thing, and it definitely made me feel a bit better. And then we were able to make it in time for our dining reservation at Skipper's Canteen Restaurant. And this is my other souvenir from Magic Kingdom that day. So I think it's fun to get drinks that come with a souvenir glass. Maybe that's tacky, but I think it's fun. And Skipper's Canteen had this amazing juice. Like, it was mango pineapple juice, non-alcoholic and super refreshing, and it came in this metal cup. And I thought that was really neat because usually the Disney souvenir cups are just the little plastic ones with Peter Pan on them or Tinkerbell or something. So this is just really unique, and I think it fits the theme of the Skipper's Canteen restaurant, which, by the way, I would highly recommend. Definitely one of our new favorites. So up to this point in the trip, I felt like, you know, I'm restraining myself. I'm not going crazy. I am not buying everything. I'm mostly using my gift cards at that point, and I'm feeling good about myself. And then day 3, we get to Epcot. And the thing is, Epcot isn't really my very favorite park, but there are a lot of things I like there. And it was the Flower Festival, opening weekend of Flower Festival, that were there. And that's where all my restraint kind of went out the window. So we made our way over to Epcot Japan, and that gift shop is amazing because it's not just Disney stuff. They have anime themed things, Nintendo, and of course a huge Sanrio collection of items, which I've been there before, but they didn't used to have anime and Nintendo things. It was mostly Sanrio, and then you have the more cultural, traditional Japanese side of the gift shop. So of course I just had to devour the Sanrio section. This bag is all just from Epcot. So let's dive into that. So the first Sanrio item I'm going to show you is this beautiful, soft, almost like a wool pouch. It has My Melody on it and rhinestones, and the zipper is a contrasting color. Let's see, and it's lined very nicely. And this is again something where I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it, but it's so pretty and unique, I needed to get it. Oh, isn't she pretty? So this little girl gave me a bit of a surprise because I wasn't really paying attention. She was in a big cardboard box, and I didn't want to take the box and try to pack it. So I had them do the thing where they hold your items and send it back to your hotel. So I didn't really look too closely at the packaging. And I was thinking I bought a plush that could talk to me. And I'm like, oh, maybe she'll speak Japanese and maybe I'll understand some of it. That would be so cool. It turns out that she's not a plush, she's a puppet, which for me is somewhat less cool. And I found out from the American Sanrio site that she does not speak select phrases. It's a recording toy, so you record your voice and push this button and then she speaks for you or something, which is not really that great a feature that for me, like for a little kid, yeah, that'd be great. And I will say my one sort of critique is that this is not removable. Most products you see at an American store, you can pull these. It's just like a sticker. So I might get like a cute little thing to put over that because it does kind of not match her beautiful little pastel self. But I think she will look cute sitting on a shelf and you won't be able to tell she's a puppet. But I've never had a My Melody plush, so I thought she'd be a very cute addition to the collection. And of course, I have to get like, look at this. Look at, she feels like a marshmallow, like so squishy, and it's like a fluffy squishy, like, I just really love this. She's cuddly. It is already losing some stitches though. I don't know if you can see that, but very, very wonderful. And they do have, all of these items actually are available on the AmericanSanrio.com. They're not exclusive to Japan or exclusive to Epcot, but, and I didn't realize that, which was partly why I bought so much, because I was like, I'm not gonna be able to get these anywhere else easily. No, I could have gotten them all online here, but Florida sales tax is literally half of what it is in Washington State. So I still saved money. That's how I'm choosing to look at that. Now my favorite Sanrio character has always been Cinnamoroll, who is a little puppy who runs his own cafe with his other puppy family members. And he can fly with his floppy ears. And I just thought this was really cute. He sort of rolls up into this blanket, but it unsnaps. And it's so highly detailed and it's so well made. And he's holding a cinnamon roll and some other little felt hearts, and you can hang him up. And I honestly wanted all of the ones they had. They also had My Melody and Hello Kitty, but I limited myself to just this little guy. And we had to get some Cinnamoroll socks. And look on the back, there's his little Cinnamoroll tail. It's like very warm, very soft wool fabric. It's a bit too warm for me to wear these now, but I really liked these. They definitely would go up like calf length. And they were just so pretty. I had to get My Melody as well. You can see the front and the back. Super pretty and adorable. I also got this gorgeous Princess Peach licensed Nintendo hat. You can see it's very shimmery and pearlescent. And it says Super Mario on the back. I don't often wear hats, but this one I will make a point of wearing this summer. Like I've never seen this anywhere else, so I was really happy to get this. So after this huge haul in Japan, we headed over to the UK, Epcot UK, which I'm a big fan of tea, so I had to go in the tea shop where they sell a bunch of Twinings products. Twinings is a very prestigious old school brand of tea, goes back to the 18th century. And I always have a couple boxes of Twinings in my cupboard, but they have a huge variety that we don't have here. So I saw this box and I actually really love wooden boxes. I don't really know why, but it was so cute. I would have just gotten the box, but it wasn't just the box. What they had set up right when you walk into the little tea shop is you get your box, and then you get to pick out like 10 different packs of tea, and they had a huge display. I did not get one of each. Some I got two of. So I just picked flavors that I thought sounded good that we don't have here. So I think this is such a good gift. Like, this would be a great gift for someone. It was $18 for all of this, so I thought that's not too bad. I haven't mentioned prices on all of this stuff because that would get old really quickly, but if you get this as a present, that's something to keep in mind. I also got this shirt, which it's hard to tell this is Disney. It on the side it says Epcot World Showcase, and it has some Mickey Mouse heads, but mostly you can see it's things related to England, and honestly most of these things are from London. But one of my dreams is to go to England. I'm a huge Anglophile, and my husband and I have talked about like that. When we travel internationally for the first time, that's where we're gonna go. So I'm like, gotta keep the dream alive. And we're still not done for Epcot because it was the Flower Garden Festival, right? So had to get at least one souvenir commemorating that. So they have several Flower and Garden Festival themes, and my favorite one is a Minnie Mouse tending her garden. It's so pretty and feminine and pink. This keychain I thought was really nice. It has this little, so this has the date and says Epcot Flower and Garden. There's a little diddly bopper made out of rubber, and then you have the happiness blooms from within slogan that you see on Minnie's products or items, and then it has the really nice raised rubber here, And then there's Minnie. I'm gonna have to clip this to my purse or something. It's too cute to just put on my keys. And of course, as a mug collector, I had to get at least one mug on this trip. And I did limit myself to just the one. So of course you can see what's unique about this is it's a watering can shaped mug. There is not a real spout. So you have the beautiful little Minnie Mouse design on the front. On the back, happiness blooms from within. And let's not forget the bottom, which has your 2019 Epcot Flower and Garden Festival. So just as a, obviously this is gorgeous, but in terms of functionality, I do feel like I should mention that this doesn't work real well as a mug, at least for me. So I have, keep in mind I do not have large hands, somewhat below average actually, but look at how I can only fit 2 fingers really on this at a time. Like I could kind of squeeze 3 fingers, but most I found I was holding it like this. And filled with liquid, this is very heavy. I mean, it's heavy right now, but filled with liquid, it's even heavier. And it feels very awkward to have to hold it like this. So I was holding it like this to drink it, like holding up this end. And it was just super uncomfortable. So I did a little DIY to it. Ta-da! So I just picked up some fake flowers from a craft store. And I kind of picked colors that I thought would match. And, you know, I can just leave it up wherever I want, and it still looks really cute and makes a great spring decoration. This would also make a really good actual planter too, like if you have a little kitchen window garden. So, but I just wanted to do fake flowers because I already have a new plant. So yeah, I thought this turned out kind of cute if you don't want to use it in the traditional way. All right. So now we're moving to day 4. Day 4 was a hangout at the hotel day. I went to the spa and we walked around and looked at all the animals. Both have the Jumbo House side and the Kidani Village side, which is a pretty good walk. And we ate at one of the nice restaurants over there where you can see the animals out the window. So that was really fun. But that day was the only day that had a Fast Pass Plus availability for the new Avatar Flights of Passage ride. After dinner, we headed over to Animal Kingdom, basically just to do that ride. I will say that is definitely my favorite of the newer rides because it was also our first time this trip doing Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which is also so good. Like, these are both very good rides, but I thought as a 3D ride experience, this is amazing, like so unique. And so I had to get a little something to commemorate it. I'm gonna save this bag, by the way, because it's unique to Pandora, because I'm a dork and I keep my Disney bags. So I got this cool like 3-dimensional magnet that says Explore Pandora. And I mean, because the Flights of Passage ride, you are literally exploring Pandora. So I was like, hey, we got to do that. And again, my allergies just whomped me. So we didn't do a whole lot at Magic Kingdom. A lot of these I got at our hotel gift shop. I found this gorgeous Ariel journal. On the back says Mermaid Life is Sweet. And then even the inside, look how pretty. Beautiful. And it's got shiny purple. She's my favorite princess, and this is gorgeous. And of course, you get a journal, you gotta get some pins. This is probably one of my other favorite souvenirs. Each pin has a quote from a popular ride at Magic Kingdom or Disneyland. And reading these puts me there. You have Welcome Foolish Mortals from Haunted Mansion. Here We Go from Peter Pan ride. Dead Men Tell No Tales from Pirates of the Caribbean. In the Tiki room. Self-explanatory. It's the wildest ride in the wilderness. That's what sold this to me, because Thunder Mountain is my favorite ride, and I'm not gonna do this one in a voice, it's a small world, because that's really annoying. But anyway, this is a very fun souvenir, and it just makes me happy to look at. So these are some little things. So one thing, if you haven't watched it, I would recommend watching it, my haul video from Disneyland. I spent so much money on pins. I don't know why. I was just grabbing them and just one giant pile. Like, you know, that adds up, right? I didn't think about how expensive that would be. It was ridiculous. So this time I just got a couple. I had to get a pin commemorating where we stayed. Sometimes I've had a hard time with this. I never was able to find one for Caribbean Beach. I know they exist, but they didn't have them at the time we were staying. So I had to make sure to get an Animal Kingdom Lodge pin. And then I found a Marie pin that I hadn't seen before. And she says, because I'm a lady, that's why. And I like that it's a little bit three-dimensional and it has some rhinestones on the corner. So one thing that I did show in that last video is my charm necklace, and I've been adding to this since 2013. Every Disney trip I've been on, I'd get a few different charms to commemorate that, and I always get one with the date. This one's the 2016 one. So I had to get a couple of new charms for that. Of course, I have to get one that says the date. This says 2019. There's a little pink bead, and then even though I already have an Ariel charm, I thought this one was so pretty with the little pearls on the corners, and I kind of like the idea of wearing this one by itself. Like, I could easily just clip this onto a plain chain and just wear that by itself. And the last item was a little something that my husband picked up for me. And first, I love the box. This is definitely my favorite jewelry case I've had a necklace come in. And isn't it so pretty? Just a simple pink Minnie Mouse. Oh, I'm so happy I finally get to wear this now that I've done this video. So I really love that, and it's just so cute. This is a lot of stuff, but I still feel like I was restrained compared to my Disneyland haul. So I don't know. I might have to rewatch that video and see if I'm just delusional about that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this and it brought you some good Disney memories if you've been. Share with me one of your favorite Disney experiences down in the comments, and maybe what one of your favorite souvenirs is you've gotten before. So anyways, until next time, bye!